It's February 18th, 2002, and a lot going on. The number one song in America, finally, not You Got It Bad by Usher, which it has been for weeks now. It's Always on Time by Ja Rule featuring Ashanti,
Okay.
which great song. Nathaniel and I used to cover it sometimes when we played live and we were in a band together. Um,
Did you guys have originals or mostly just covers?
no, it was all originals. That was like one of the only covers we
Oh
did.
shit. So this was a
Yeah.
special place in your heart.
Yeah. We only had two covers. It was this and Let Her Cry by Hootie and the Blowfish.
You should have done Picture by Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow. One of you could be Sheryl Crow, one of you is Kid Rock.
He wasn't a singer. So
Who?
I
Oh,
didn't
really?
sing everything. Yeah.
What did he do? Guitar,
Everything. He
drums,
was a multi-instrumentalist.
all while having like a
Piano.
harmonica in his mouth.
I remember there was one song he would he like had a guitar and on his lap playing piano and playing a drum with with his foot all
What?
at the same time.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, he was fucking smart.
And then you were ruining it on the
He was
vocals.
yeah, yeah, and I was just fucking it up, singing some bullshit about a girl I was bummed out about.
Oh my god.
All right. Movies. The number
Yeah.
one movie in America, John Q.
Is that Denzel?
That's Denzel. It's a pretty terrible movie.
Okay.
Um, that number two, Crossroads.
Britney Spears.
Britney Spears. Yeah, written by Shonda Rhimes, who later created
Whoa.
Grey's Anatomy. Um, number three, Return to Neverland. That was a Peter Pan sequel.
Has I think it's been talked about, but has there ever been a good Peter Pan? What's your favorite Peter Pan thing ever? The original movie?
Yeah, the original movie. Well, or like the live action one where Peter Pan's a girl.
What? What are you talking about?
This is I don't know. People don't really talk about it anymore. But when I was a kid, there was like a theatrically released. It might have not have been theatrical, but it was like a TV movie, um, of Peter Pan, and it was done like on the stage, and Peter Pan was played by a woman.
But it was a movie that you watched.
But they filmed like a stage play. I think is what
You don't know what it's
happened.
called?
It was called Peter Pan. I'm looking at it right now. It's
Oh.
on IMDb,
Oh shit.
starring Mary Martin as Peter Pan.
Wow. That's pretty cool. They should do
Yeah.
more of those.
Well,
Or
I
it's just
think
all
they.
women version.
Oh yeah, sure. Why not? Um. Anyway, that number seven here, the kind of tank that debuting at number seven at the box office was Heart's War, which is a Bruce Willis war movie, which is actually not terrible.
You know who I saw the other day? Ethan Hawke has a son too. They don't just have Maya Hawke; they have a son.
Yeah, yeah. Is he doing stuff now?
He was in Blink Twice, the
Oh
Zoe
God,
Kravitz
of course,
movie.
yeah. That's a nepo bitch cast, nepo bitch.
You said it.
Yeah, I can't take it. I can't take
I
this
enjoyed
world
that
we live
movie.
in.
Let me know, guys, if you enjoyed Blink Twice. I saw a lot of
I'm
good
like,
reviews for it.
I'm so. You know what happened to me the other day?
What?
I was working at the store.
Did you
Dude
blink
come,
twice?
no, dude comes in with a dog, and he just stole. He
What?
just like I was the only guy working. He grabbed a bunch of stuff, just left the store, and I chased after him. And I like punched him a couple times, and
This is a lie.
this happened.
You're
And
lying.
then his dog bit me.
What do you mean you punched him a couple times? You
Well, I
got
was
into a fight?
he stole like seven backpacks, and so I jumped him. I like tackled him and threw a couple punches, and I was able to get three of them back, but he got the rest.
I can't tell if this is a bit or not.
It's not a bit. This happened the other night. I still have a fucking dog bite on me, but
Holy shit.
it's just made me feel very like I just hate everything about the world right now.
Yeah. that was his cry. That was like his Don cry for help moment. He was ran in to steal 7 backpacks. Who
I
does
know.
that?
I don't know. Probably a
Somebody wants to
guy
get
who
caught.
needs money for fentanyl.
Yeah, I don't know. What
Anyway,
was on the backpacks? Was it like Nightmare Before Christmas backpacks?
yeah, I think Stitch was
Lilo and
on one of
Stitch
them.
backpacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
How old was this guy? Was he big?
Uh, no, he wasn't that big. He had the dog. That was like his main form of protection. I feel
Little
like if the
dog?
dog wasn't there, no, it was big dog, like huge dog. Like if the dog wasn't yapping at me, I think I could have beat the shit out of him.
And
But
then got fired or something? What
no,
up?
are you kidding me?
Yeah,
They
you'd be the
they
hero, employee
thanked
of the
me.
month, Daniel.
Yeah, I looked great.
Yeah,
Uh, not everyone will go after the dude,
yeah,
but
not me.
it was this always bothers me. I remember like when I was in college, I got my backpack. I fell asleep in the student lounge, and someone stole my backpack.
Wow, that's fucked up. Like off your back?
No, it was like sitting next to me or
Oh
something.
yeah.
And I every time that happens to me, I just like lose faith in the world.
One time this guy fell asleep like with his head down on the desk and you could see his butt crack and everyone like was trying to like throw like wadded up paper into his butt crack while he was asleep. It was crazy.
That's great.
Yeah. They nailed it a few times too.
See, that makes me gain my faith back.
That was back in the day though. We're not like that anymore. We
I
just
know.
rob each other.
It's true.
Yep.
Remember I got beat up on the subway that one time?
Yeah. What'd you
Yeah,
do? You just hanging out?
I was just sitting there, man.
How many guys was it?
3.
Damn. Is that what people do? They just like beat people up on the subway?
Yeah, I mean, I think they were like still drunk from the night before, and
It's like Joker. That happened in the movie Joker, right? He gets
yeah,
beat up by people on the subway.
it's a tough word. I'm feeling a little Arthur Flecky this week.
Oh no.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, Super Troopers also came out this weekend.
Okay.
And
I always heard that was not good.
when I was a kid though, like people loved that movie. Like
Yeah. Some
that
people
was a
do love
big
it.
cult thing. Um, and on Raw, the night this episode of Angel aired, The Rock challenged Hulk Hogan to a match at WrestleMania, which turned out to be one of the all-time great WrestleMania matches.
Wow. Very cool.
Yeah. All right. Tell me. Oh, so this one's written by Tim Minear and Jeffrey Bell, and Tim Minear directed it as well. It's Minear's first episode since Lullaby when he killed off Darla. And let's get into it. Let's hear your notes on Couplet.
All right. Couplet. What is the Cordelia and Gruselog? They're a couplet. Is that what that means?
And Gunn and Fred.
And Angel and Connor.
I guess.
They're a couplet. And then Wesley has fucking nobody.
I know. Poor Wesley.
Seriously. He's gonna go call up his dad. Like, hey, you wanna be friends again?
No, fuck you.
Wait, that's gotta be a story. I feel like we haven't really delved into that too much, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta come into play. But so Angel and Lauren and Wesley can be friends. Lauren doesn't really have anybody either. Lauren's always just watching Connor while everyone else does stuff.
I know. Just
They'll be
walking around
friends.
with a robe.
I love Lauren though. But they're watching Connor, but Angel can't take his mind off the Gruselog. He's like, am I crazy or is he shrunk since the last time? He's not as big as I remember, but he's talking about the Gruselog.
I love that bit. It's funny throughout, and then I really like the moment where Cordelia puts the Gruselug in Angel's clothes and goes, you're like the same size. He might be a little taller.
Yeah, I love that moment. Man. Here, Lauren drops the M slur.
What?
He says Gruselog is just a muscly M
midget.
slur. Crazy.
You could say midget. No one cares.
I didn't want to, but Lauren didn't care. But anyway, so Angel he Oh, there's the perfume that he smells from Cordelia. This is like the same night from the last episode.
Yeah, Angel's still wearing his like ballet clothes.
Yeah, that's how we know. Yeah, and he puts it away and then he smells it one last time, right?
Yeah.
And then so Cordelia and the Gru Slug. Cordelia, there's this fun moment where Cordelia was like changing clothes. I thought that was funly. Fun. I say funly. Is that a word? I don't know.
No.
But well directed. And then the Gruselog is like they like try to kiss because he's like putting the moves on her. Like I was never with anyone besides
Right.
you, Cordelia.
But she has a vision.
Was that David Denman?
No.
That looked similar to that guy. Am I wrong about that?
No, you're not, but it wasn't him.
I saw him this week too, David Denman.
What'd you watch? An episode of The Office?
No, he's a real actor. Do you not know he's in other stuff besides The Office?
I know he was on the one season and canceled sitcom Traffic Light that I watched every episode of.
Oh, I remember he was the father in Brightburn. Remember Brightburn?
Oh yeah, sure.
But I watched Rebel Ridge on Netflix.
Oh, he's in that.
He's in that. He plays a police officer.
Let me ask you a question. You watched
No.
that with okay, just asking.
That was a solo project. But yeah, so Cordelia imagines this demon, but then back to Gru. So then we go to the credits. And fun moment here where Wesley's like gets in early. It's just Wesley and Angel hanging out early one morning.
Yeah.
And they're talking about Connor, but really Angel's still focused on Gru. Can't take his mind off Gru. He can't take his mind off of Gru.
Very good. But yeah, Wesley's doing research about like the Connor prophecies. Like what
yeah. Holy shit. This is a good episode. I forgot about all that stuff.
Yeah, that cliffhanger is good, right?
So good, so good. But Cordelia shows up like at the morning. She's like with Gru. They're hanging out, and then Gru Slug starts going through. Do we call him just Gru? Is that what we just call him?
We can.
Okay. He starts going through Angel's weapons, and Angel obviously doesn't really like that.
He's got my favorite broadsword.
Angel's so funny in this episode. Angel's one of honestly, I think I say it a lot, but he's one of my favorite characters ever.
You said last week, I think, that Angel's one of the funniest characters ever created.
He is, but he's also he's so tragic. There's so much pathos with Angel.
I know it really is an amazing character.
He is one of my favorites of all time. He's like, yeah, but she says I could lose my virginity.
Virginity. That's a great line. Good job, Tim Miner.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. She's worried basically that because back in Pylea, the thing was if she got with the Gruselug, then her powers would be transferred over to him, and she's worried the same thing could happen over here. But Wesley is like, no, I could help you guys out. But Angel's like, Wesley, you fucking asshole, no, don't help him out. But that was very funny there. And so Cordelia is like, it would be good, but after all, nobody's getting any at this place. Cut to Gunn and Fred at a diner, and we learn
moon eyes at each other.
Seriously, we learned they've been doing this for weeks. Gunn says they know that we've been doing this for weeks.
We see them come back from a breakfast at one point. You remember? That's the one where Gunn is like, you know, you eat so much. Yeah.
Oh, your stick figure body. How do you fit so much in your stick?
Exactly. Yeah.
I thought that was nighttime.
No, it was daylight out.
Oh wow.
So I feel like they've been having breakfast together.
All right. Well done to the writers there. But yeah, this was fun. Anything else there in that little scene?
I think there was like one good gun line, but
I liked when he ordered more than her. Wait, I forgot what it was. He wanted to pay for it, but he like ordered more than I forgot.
No, she ordered more than him, but he was still willing to split it.
Oh yeah, he was willing to pay more even though he didn't order as much. Yeah, that was good. That was good from Gunn. And then they're about to kiss, but then they get paged on their little pagers. Did you get beeped on a pager? You're paged on a pager. Is that a beeper? Is there a beeper or a pager? What's the difference?
Sometimes you get blown up.
What?
That's the thing right now. Some pagers.
Oh, like in Iran or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. But we go back to the hotel, and Wesley came up with a great plan. But I love Angel here. He's like standing next to the Gruselog trying to like compare who's taller. Angel's just so good this episode. He's so good in every episode. But Wesley, he's gonna send or no, he sends Gruslug with Angel. That's what happens. And then
Right.
Gruslug takes that famous sword
to a demon brothel.
demon brothel. That's right.
I read,
And
according to the IMDb trivia, I never heard this before, but according to the IMDb trivia for this episode, in the original script, they were going to run into Kate working there, and they couldn't get the actress. I'm so glad that didn't happen.
Yeah, that's her outcome. She works at a brothel.
Yeah, I do not like. We ended on a relatively happy note with Kate. I don't want to follow up on Kate and have her be working in a demon brothel. It sounds terrible.
Yeah, very happy ending. She's finally ready to move on from like the death of her father and everything, and now she's that's a terrible idea.
Yeah, I'm so glad that didn't happen. That is not canon.
Yeah, that's terrible. But Angel and Gru sensed a deep sadness in Cordelia. Or no, he says I sense a deep sadness, and Angel's like, oh, is that about me? But then he's like talking about Cordelia. Something weird happened there. I don't know. But then they get attacked by this monster.
Right. This was the monster that Cordelia saw in her vision earlier.
Oh, right. I guess I realized that in this moment. But then it escapes, and Angel's like, oh, I can't do anything because
it's outside in the sun.
Yeah, I'm fucked over here. But luckily, Gruslug jumps out and saves everybody, and he's the hero. We all cheer.
Thankfully, it's one of those demons that when you kill them, they just like squirt up into a puddle. That's it.
Yeah.
No muss, no fuss.
Yeah, that's right. And I love that everyone is there, like Wesley and Cordelia. They're all there to celebrate with him. But then it all comes together later on, where Angel's like, I wouldn't have like it shows how sort of useless I am. I can't even go out in the daylight. But Wesley says, but we would have taken care of it. And he's right about that. Like they were just right around the corner. They would have taken care of it even if Gruslug wasn't there. I sort of like that moment. But Angel's so sad. Cool there. We meet Miss Frakes.
This is the demon brothel. Oh no. This is she's like her husband's cheating on her or whatever.
Yeah, this was pretty funny. She's like, he must have been enchanted because how else would he cheat on me? But he says her fiance of 8 years.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
I know.
How could my fiance of 8 years cheat on me?
Yeah, how could he cheat on me? We've been engaged for 8 years.
That is so good.
Yeah.
I love that. And crazy moment here where Wesley is like looking on at Gunn and Fred, but then he moves over like back behind a bookcase so that he can only see Fred in the shot.
Oh yeah, Gunn. I mean, Wesley at this point is such a bummer.
So yeah, yes. And so we're gonna send somebody to help on the Miss Frakes case, and Wesley's like, "Oh, Gunn would be great at this. He'd be so good." So we're like, "Gunn, come do this." And then who tags along? But it's Fred, so that's another bummer for Wesley. But we got a nice bookstore. What? Angel and Wesley visit a nice bookstore. I don't know.
I don't remember this part.
Oh, this is when Angel tells him about what if Cordelia gives him the visions, because I'll just leave is what he's hinting at. Like, not that Cordelia is gonna leave. Cordelia is valuable. Maybe I should just leave. What? Right. What's up with that shit? But Wesley, he calls Angel. He says, "You're one of a kind," and then he's like, "Oh look, we have 3 of the same book." I like that's because they're in the library. Do you like that moment? That reminded me of something recently. Oh, it was like last week on Angel or a couple weeks on Angel. They're like, "Those are our top 3 main priorities."
Yeah.
So similar moment here.
Right, Holtz. And
saving people,
right, helping the helpless, right. It was that
and making
provider.
Money. Yeah, those are our 3 priorities. And so Cordelia is gonna give Gru a haircut. She used to give them to her cousin Timmy all the time,
right?
Or she says, "I used to practice on my cousin Timmy." All
right.
the time.
It sounds like she's talking about sex at first.
Right, totally.
But it's not that, thankfully.
Yes. So. I don't know. So Gruslug thinks Cordelia is like less of herself with him than she is when she was alone. I don't know.
Wait, say that again. Sorry.
Gruslug he's starting to realize that Cordelia was more of herself when she was alone rather than with him. Like him being with her is like taking a little away from her, maybe a little
No,
bit.
no, I think he's referring mostly to the visions. Like it's like a double meaning kind of a thing. But he says like if you are with me, you're worried you'll be less than, and it's because she's worried she's gonna lose the visions.
Oh, okay, okay. Not that she's like different or anything.
Right.
Um,
But I think
so
that's the metaphor.
right. Well, that's all I really took from it, actually. So, but we go to Gunn and Fred are in the car. They're supposed to be watching that
But they
fiance guy.
can't stop making out.
Yeah, they can't, and they turn, and the guy's gone. They're like, "Oh, we fucked up. That was a terrible job by us."
But they
But
had
they
a camera trained on it, so they were like, "All right."
yeah, that very coincidental there, but that's fine. I mean, good, smart thinking by them. It's not coincidental if they're smart, actually.
I like
But
the shot on the camera of the dude getting pulled down by the tree.
yeah, that's fun. The tree was fun. I liked the face and the voice. Do we know who did the
Whoa, I
voice?
like the voice. Yeah, I don't know who did the voice.
He had some funny line at the end. I wrote it down, I think.
Yeah, he was good. It was like,
Oh, vampire! I loved that part.
right.
That's hilarious.
It's
So
dark. It's so dark. Yeah. Anyway,
this is when Cordelia tells Gru because she gave him a haircut. What do you think about his haircut?
um,
I wrote Gruesel like an angel cosplay. Well, I'm so clever for that one.
yeah. Here's the thing. Like, on the one hand, I think he looked better before. But on the other hand, if I saw a dude on the street with those like braids and shit, I'd have been like, "This guy sucks."
Yeah, you're the
So
Gruselog.
yeah, right. So I sort of get it.
Yeah,
I
but
wish I wish he looked a little less like Angel.
yeah, well, it's a little funny, just what they're going for. But he's not as good as Lindsay, where I think Lindsay could pull off both look, pretty well.
Yeah,
Right. Remember our favorite character, Lindsay?
of course.
Yeah.
When he
So
returns, I hug my friend Caroline Cavanda.
I'll hug myself. So Cordelia tells Angel, "I need your help, Angel. You have to help me have sex with Gru."
Right.
And Angel, does Angel break the fourth wall in this moment?
No, what is he? What do you mean?
Does Angel look directly into the camera?
I don't remember.
I feel like Angel looked directly into the camera.
What he does, like a little gym glance.
Yeah, like he's like sad, like they hug and he's like sad and then he like looks into the camera or something.
I'm not sure that was intentional.
I don't know. Well, then it's unintentional. It's just a bad job by David.
Maybe.
I'd rather it be intentional because it was a good moment. But Cordelia, there's like some potion. She gives him money to go pick it up. Whatever.
That's at the brothel.
Right. So they can come shuck like bunnies, she says.
I like earlier. What doesn't she say? Like we could come without the shucking.
Yeah. Yeah, very funny. And
Yeah.
this is crazy because Gruselog comes in. He's like, "Oh, thanks, Angel. Thanks for doing this for us." Just like rubbing it in even more. That's crazy. Angel's such a good guy. Really, they're just the fucking best guy around. It's and the moment later when the girl at the brothel is like, "Hey, I know why he's doing this, Angel, but why are you doing this?" And
Right,
like,
right.
he's just doing it because he's the best. Really, it's really why he's doing it. But Gunn, Fred, they're like,
He's a
"Oh,
champion.
he is. It's true." But so is Gru. So Cordelia's in good hands. But we captured it all on camera, so we look at the camera. Whatever. Oh, and then we get sucked into the ground. Gunn and Fred.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
bad. But we go to the brothel. There's that woman that has 3 breasts. That's fun. Do you like that? Is that real? Are there people like that exist?
I don't think so.
Oh, people can have 3 nipples.
Yeah, 3 nipples, but I don't know about 3 breasts.
Carrie Underwood has 3 nipples.
Does she?
She said, like, that's like in her American Idol audition. She's like, I have 3 nipples. It's like, what? Carrie, slow down.
Chandler from Friends. That was a thing on that show. He had 3 nipples.
I vaguely remember that, yeah.
But 3 breasts, like I've only ever seen that, like the alien lady on Total Recall.
It's probably thinking Austin Powers or something. Right, like that. But remember Fook Me and Fook You? Those ladies are funny.
Oh, classic.
But Angel, I like when he's like looking at that enchanted room that like maximizes pleasure, and he's just thinking
Yeah,
about Cordelia. But so
I love
sad.
that they get a look at that room, but like they're just having a pillow fight in there.
Yeah, but it's the lead up. It's the maximizing
Is
every.
that's the foreplay?
Yeah, I
I mean,
think so. But it's so
God
fun that it's
damn,
going on for like 25 minutes.
right?
Basically, it maximizes everything so much. But I love when they go in the room and, and Griswold tries to unchain the guy, and I love how that I forgot how he read the line, but he's like, "Don't judge me." It was so
Yeah,
funny there because he's like, "Oh, he's chained. He needs to be saved," but that's his
right.
kink or whatever. So yeah, the woman's like, "Angel, what do you get out of this? Whatever. I don't know." And we learned that the tree like meets people online and like chats them up
It
and
has a
lures them.
DSL connection.
Dick
Fred
sucking
says,
lips.
"Stop it."
That's what I thought of when I heard that.
That was the thing back then. That was like a fast connection, a DSL.
Wow. But so yeah, and then he kills them. It's crazy. But Angel is like, Cordelia, why or Fred, why didn't you guys call Wesley? Or Fred and Gunn, why didn't you guys call? He's like, we didn't want to like get him involved in this. It's like, what? Get him in, or what do you mean bother him or whatever? I don't
Well,
know.
there is some suggestion that like they're aware that Wesley was into Fred. Like
Right.
Gunn even says, like, I kind of thought you and Fred were you and Wesley were gonna end up together. And Fred's like, no, we're just friends.
Yeah, just good friends, she said.
Friend zone.
Yeah. So sad later on when he's like, what are you, her brother? Yeah, I guess so. Oh man.
Ugh.
Holy shit. But so yeah, whatever. We go into the tree and Grusela gets stabbed by the tree. Oh no.
I
But
like that we established that it's not actual wood, it's flesh.
yeah, Fred
It's
did a good
like
job
yeah,
explaining
yeah.
that.
Oh, that means Angel can fight it. So
Yeah.
dumb.
But the way he does it is he gets to torture Gru a little bit, fuck up Gru to make the tree weaker, and then we can stab it. I like this line Fred said. She said it uses people as batteries. That's a cool concept. Tree uses people as batteries to like
It's
charge
like
itself.
the Matrix.
Oh wow. Um, yeah. So all that's fun, and he goes, You're dead, vampire." And I laughed there. And then we're all saved. Save the guy, Miss Frake's husband, her soon to be husband. Hopefully, I like to think they got married after all this. What do you think?
I don't think so.
What? They have to.
Maybe the guy was so scared off, like I can't get back in the dating world. Let me just lock this down.
It's actually like why was he chatting up someone online that he was going to meet by a tree if he has a fiance of 8 years? That is
He
actually
was
really weird.
cheating.
But he's chatting up someone he like doesn't even know, met. He doesn't even know.
What, you never like went on a dating app?
What was the picture? A tree?
No, he like faked the profile.
Faked the profile. He wasn't. I guess we weren't aware of catfishing back then. What am I talking about? Fair play to him. So yeah. What are you? What are you? Her brother? Apparently, that was funny. And then Cordelia, we start to fix Gruselug his wounds. That's fun because he got
Yeah.
stabbed. And I love this part here where Angel's like, no, Gruselug really did everything. But then Gruselug's like, no, Angel did everything. And Cordelia's like, wow, Gruselug, giving Angel the credit. You're the real man.
Right.
But Angel
No.
tried to do the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's so funny. And then this was so good from Angel. He says, now that I did something for you, Cordelia, I need you to do something for me. But in doing something for him, he's giving Cordelia it's something for Cordelia, but it's something so valuable to Angel too, just to get rid of them so he doesn't have to think about them.
Right.
It's so deep from Angel there. But yeah, he sends her on a vacation, says, here's some money. You don't have to work. Go on vacation with Gru.
Yeah. So
Where are they going to go?
I feel like we see them when they come back. I feel like we're not going to see Cordelia for a couple episodes.
Ugh, fuck that. I hate that.
Sorry.
Any reason, like real life reason for that?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, very weird. That sucks. Did they pay her like this, like in real
Yeah,
life?
she's gonna get paid, but
Okay,
I
good.
I, I think she misses a couple episodes here.
Yeah, she just gets a real vacation. Pretty cool.
Hmm.
So we go up Lauren with Connor. Angel goes up there. Lauren was like just watching Connor the entire episode. Lauren's not a real character anymore. Besides doing this stuff, this is like if it's thing for 3 episodes in a row, a little
I
bit.
know you're not wrong.
But it's fine. I like that spot for him. Somebody has to do it. I like it. But but Angel, he's like he was sad, but then he sees Connor and he becomes so happy. And I like this part where he goes down, brings Connor down to Wesley. Everyone's gone at this point, and Wesley's like, "I thought I was alone," and then Angel says, "So did I." And it's just like
Mm.
even more salt in the wound for Wesley because Angel thought he was alone, but he wasn't. And Wesley thought he was alone, but he really is. So it's just even so much sadder. But then crazy moment. Wesley looks down at the thing he's been working on the whole episode, or for some of the episode, and he decoded this message that says, "The father will kill the son."
Yeah.
And that's where the episode ended. I like how earlier we saw him writing the sun, like for a split second, but we didn't really
Yeah.
understand why he did why what that was. Um,
And he reacts to it. He's like, "Oh,
yeah, this is wild. But I kind of loved this episode, honestly. Uh, what do you think?
I think it's good. It's good setup. Like I know what comes after this, and it's great setup. And the stuff with Gruselug is fun. It's a pretty solid episode. I'd give it a 3. But
No, I go for it. I'll go for it. I'm gonna put it
okay.
right under last week, right under Waiting in the Wings. Up 22 out of 58.
Wow. Okay. Um.
You had Waiting in the Wings at 6 though, so
Yeah, I like that one a lot more. What?
you gotta start at Fredless or
Yeah, I like this.
Birthday.
Mm, I
Yeah,
like.
that old gang of
Where do I
mine.
have? Where do I have birthday and Fredless?
Fredless, you have at 17 between Offspring and Blind Date, and Birthday you have at 25 between Reprise and Heartthrob.
Okay. Maybe put this under birthday.
Right under Birthday.
Yeah.
All right, so you have it at 26.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine. I have it 22, so I like that. And my MVP is going to be Angel for this episode.
Okay, mine too.
What about LVP?
Um, boy, I don't know, man.
I don't want to go Lorne. I don't love Gunn's romantic acting.
I don't either, and I've always kind of felt that way. And since Angel ended, he's come out of the closet.
Interesting.
The actor, and I think I see it a little bit. Like I think like he's like a gay dude that doesn't have great chemistry
That
with
might explain a
women as an
lot.
actor. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very fascinating. I think I might do that because I don't want to go Gru, even though I don't like his haircut. I think he's fun still.
Yeah.
Did they have sex? Is that a thing that
I
happened?
think so. I think they go home and have sex at the end of this episode.
All right, so he can't be the LVP in that case.
And
I
then they go
think,
on vacation. They're fucking all over the place.
yeah, it's like Breaking Dawn Part 1.
Yep.
Right? Yeah. So sorry, Gunn. So I feel like it's happened a lot this season. I don't love it, but
Maybe.
so what else do we? Oh, we read from the Patreon. That's a thing that we like to do here. And we have some from Josh Merlis. He says, "It's jealousy week on Buffy's Angels. Spike is jealous. Wesley's jealous. Angel's jealous. I'm jealous of me from 2 months ago when I was watching better episodes of these shows. Okay, it's not so bad this week, but pretty thin. Might just be me, though. I'm extremely tired right now. Um, wow. Not loving. I love where we're at with Angel, honestly. I feel like
Yeah.
this is like sort of the best place we've ever been with
I think
Angel.
you're in a tree. And I gotta say the next uh maybe 3 episodes like are so good.
Of Angel.
Yeah.
I can see where he's coming from with Buffy. I can, but Angel I'm loving. I got to admit. And he says about Buffy, it's a bottle episode, kinda. That's sort of fun.
It is sort of a bottle episode. That's a good call.
It is. It reminded me of the Thanksgiving episode a tad bit. whatever.
Oh, Pangs. Yeah, because
Pangs.
it's a lot of the characters like in a house together. It was
Right.
Giles' house in that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I miss Giles.
Me too. Me too. Well, I'm glad he's not dead. He says, that's sort of fun. Not loving Anya's turn. I definitely agree with that. I think you did too.
Right.
Well,
You also
you were more you defending it.
I was okay with it this time, but like I never really saw it as a turn. But you might have a point
Mhm.
because you guys both talked about not loving her bit in Double Meat Palace at the counter in that episode. So there have been a
Yeah,
couple like
that's
unlikable
true.
Anya moments recently.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. He says about Angel, Gru looks so bad after his makeover. Okay, so they really did some work here on Tree Fingers. Angel asked if he's wood, and they told him that it's more like flesh. The idea that Angel can kill him with a sword if he's fleshy rather than wood. But the real reason for that line is so that Tree Dude, well, Tree Fingers and Tree Dude, he called him, can suck on Angel's heart without it incidentally
Right.
staking him.
I think Tree Fingers might be a Radiohead reference.
Really?
There was they have an instrumental track on Kid A called Tree Fingers.
Tree Dude's Josh Merlis original.
I'm pretty sure that's a Josh Rose original.
Wow.
Yeah.
Way to go, Josh. That man-to-man talk between Wesley and Gunn was bullshit. Gunn was never giving anyone a reason to think he'd do Fred dirty.
I gotta say he's right about that. And I it never bothered me before, but I read this comment before the podcast, and he's got a point there. Like Gunn, like there's nothing leads us to believe Gunn won't be a kind partner to Fred. It's just that Wesley is jealous.
You could say he's not loyal. He left his old gang, that old gang of his.
Stop it. Stop it.
You could argue. But no, I do agree with this. But they were both so antagonistic toward each other. I felt in that moment, like neither of them came at that with like a level head, sort of.
I agree with that.
But it's a good call by Josh. Yeah, yeah. And then another Joshua Cole. I love this Buffy episode. I think it's more important than it seems, bringing up underlying issues between the characters that have been simmering under the surface for a while. Yeah, definitely with Dawn, but Dawn was just annoying to me.
This is the kind of season that could use a bottle episode or two, because like you need characters to like have some of this shit out with each other.
I felt like the RV episode could have been more bodily. They should have tried to make that more like tensiony between the characters.
That was last season, but yeah,
right. But well, so was that other one was years ago, the Thanksgiving one.
I'm that was one similar. 4.
But yeah. But yeah, I love a good bottle episode. We haven't had a good bottle episode for Angel.
Oh my god, but we will next season. There's an episode called Spin the Bottle.
Oh,
and it's a bottle episode, and it is one of the best episodes of Angel.
Holy shit. Well, that's very exciting. Best episodes in your best season.
Yep.
All right, so what are the episodes titled next week, Daniel?
All right, next week we're watching Angel first, and that one's called Loyalty.
Gunn's gonna prove to Fred that he has loyalty, and prove to Wesley.
Yeah, he's got loyalty inside his DNA.
That's what I thought of first too.
Yeah. And Buffy next week is called As You Were.
That's very interesting. I'm not sure. Tara is gonna show Willow, remind her how she was like before she ever discovered magic. Sort of take her back to that time.
All right.
As she was,
As she was, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll find out. Interesting shit next week on both shows. Looking forward to discussing with my fellow Joss boy.
Yeah. Yeah. I really haven't calmed down to that.
I know you haven't. That's why I keep saying it.
Yeah. But we'll be back next week. That's right.
Yeah. All right.
But in the meantime, we're about to talk about Big Brother. So
get over to the other feed on the Patreon and listen to Comp Piece, because that's a fun show.
Well, this is in the same feed. What do you mean the other feed?
I mean the other podcast.
Oh, yeah, do that. Definitely.
Yeah.
But
all right, and in honor of that show, I'll end with this. Love one another.